Hello and welcome to Call Me When They Kiss. I'm Sydney.
I'm Issa, and happy day after Christmas. Every Friday, Sydney and I review a different romance movie, and the last Monday of every month, we will be talking about a romance book. So our very first bonus book episode, comes out on Monday. So you still have a couple days to read People We Meet on Vacation if you haven't read it yet. And I'm really excited to finally, because we keep talking about books in all of our episodes. So I'm excited to finally have an episode where we can really deep dive into a book.
Have you started it yet?
No, I have not.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna finish it before
No,
this
I'm gonna listen to
episode.
it. Yeah, I'll listen to it like tomorrow, I guess.
Yes. Yes, I'm
You already
super
started
excited.
it, right?
Yeah, I'm maybe like 30% in. So, yeah, it's exciting that our bonus book episode is finally going to come out. So, Issa, what have you been doing lately? Reading,
What have I...
watching?
A better question is, what haven't I been reading? Because I am in the process of a last-ditch effort to meet my Goodreads reading goal.
How are you doing?
So, I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. I have not had my own thoughts for like a week straight now because I just always have an audiobook going into my head. I had to like force myself to take my AirPods out and like think about the movie that we're discussing today. Because I was like, I'm not going to have anything to say in this podcast because I'm not joking, like just 24/7. I have had AirPods in trying to get through some audiobooks.
So what's your goal for the year?
60.
And what are you at right now?
I really don't. Like 50.
Look, Issa, I believe in you. You've got how many more days?
But I don't think I can even count People We Meet on Vacation because I already read that one once this year.
You can count it.
Okay, if you
It's a
say
book
so.
that you've read. You've read it. Again, I'd count it.
That's true. Okay, fine. Sydney says it's okay.
And I'm honestly impressed you've read too because you also have gone to the movies like several times this week.
Yeah, I've gone to the movies twice this week. I saw Zootopia too, and it was friggin' awesome. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't.
It
Was it
was
really good?
I liked it.
Well, you know
I
what?
thought, well, I don't want to give you spoilers, actually.
I've heard it's a romance.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I can't remember their names. Don't tell me. Judy and I can't remember the fuck.
Nick Wilde.
Nick.
Is that his name?
That's a cute name.
Yeah. And then I went to Zootopia too, and then I got home and got on TikTok and saw a thirst trap of the fox.
Oh my gosh. I think we need to share that.
Did I send it to you? Oh, I didn't send it to you. Okay. Well, what have you been reading and watching?
Well, I clearly went and saw Eternity this week. I watched The Santa Claus and we watched Christmas with the Cranks the last 2 nights. I've just been doing a lot of homework. I have 2 more assignments left to finish my master's degree. So if research studies on public health issues count as what I've been reading, that's what I've been consuming this week.
I think you should count those towards your goal. Wait, how far off are you from your goal? Because didn't you give up on yours?
Oh my gosh, yeah. My reading goal was 60 books, and I have read 27.
Oh, wow.
So, not going to happen. Okay. Next year, we'll come in strong. We'll be reading books for the podcast. We can start fresh, okay? But I still have faith that you'll meet your goal.
I'm always like way ahead of my goal in like March.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happens.
I told you to shift to shorter books and you don't want to. So
that's because, okay, no, we can stop
You're
talking
like
about
finishing Brandon Sanderson books, Crescent City books.
I know, and I finished those Crescent City books and I took them straight to DI.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
That's
I don't have
funny.
them anymore.
Issa,
they pissed me
off.
off.
I would have taken them.
Oh, sorry. I should have offered them to you. Sorry.
You could.
I'll go get them back.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Well, any other happenings?
Well, there's a bunch of movies I still need to go see, and I already went twice this week, but I really want to go see The Housemaid, and I
Oh,
really
yeah.
want to go see, I think the new Avatar came out today.
I'm gonna see The Housemaid when my mom comes into town after Christmas, so
She's going with you?
she's read the book. I
Oh,
haven't.
really?
Yeah. Should
Oh.
I read it or no?
Uh, I don't really care. I don't like you could just go see the movie.
Indifferent. I'm not gonna, then I
Yeah,
won't
I
read
don't
it.
really care. So let's talk about the movie that we're going to watch next week before we get into discussing Eternity. So, Cindy posted on our Instagram story that we were going to let our audience choose. We were going to let you guys choose what we watch next week for our 1 month anniversary of the podcast. And then, literally, like 30 minutes after she posted that submission box on our Instagram stories, she messaged me and she was like, wait, actually, let's just do When Harry Met Sally. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, we just told them they could pick. But she has good reasons for wanting to do When Harry Met Sally. So there was a winner. We got a repeat submission
Are we gonna
for.
tell him or wait?
Yeah, should we save it?
We'll save what the winner is.
It really surprised me, actually. What? Because the way you phrase it, Cindy put a submission box for best romance movie of all time.
Even though it's one of my favorites, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expecting that to be the most common answer, like among other people, especially because I did leave it kind of like vague with just romance. That
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of surprised me too.
So we are gonna. Don't worry, you guys. We are gonna do that movie in January. But yeah, Cindy, explain to them why we want to do When Harry Met Sally for next week.
Okay, so there's kind of two reasons. So first, When Harry Met Sally is I actually didn't know this until maybe a month ago. A couple weeks ago, I saw somebody make a post like comparing the two, and then I looked it up and I was like, oh, so apparently, People We Meet on Vacation is actually inspired by When Harry Met Sally. Issa and I have actually never seen that movie before, and it's one that did come up a couple times in the poll that I posted on Instagram too, and it's kind of regarded as like one of the classics, like the main classics. When people think of iconic romantic comedies, they think of When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, that era of romantic comedies. And learning that it served as the inspiration for People We Meet on Vacation made me really want to watch it, especially before we watch the movie, so that I can kind of see maybe where that inspiration played in.
Well, yeah, and it will be perfect timing because that episode will come out between our book review of People We Meet on Vacation and then our movie review of People We Meet on Vacation.
But also because I think it was that same day that I posted the poll, like Issa said, we saw that Rob Reiner had sadly passed away, him and his wife, and he's sort of a legend in this genre. He directed When Harry Met Sally, so that's part of the reason why we've also chosen this movie. But he's also directed
He directed
so
The
many
Princess
more.
Bride.
It looks like he even did Flipped. Did you ever watch Flipped?
Yeah, I've read it too.
And you read it. Yeah, I love that book when I was a kid. I've watched the movie, but I think I watched it like when I was older. But he was on New Girl. He also directed Sleepless in Seattle. Like a lot of those just super iconic films are regarded as some of the best in romance, like we've mentioned, When Harry Met Sally, Princess Bride, all these movies are some of the best still to this day. And so it just felt fitting that we watch it kind of in honor of him and the legacy he left on the romance genre, but also it just aligned well with People We Meet on Vacation.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that one because, like you said, I like see TikTok clips and stuff all the time.
I know, and I don't it's hard because it's hard going into movies that have such a legacy behind them and are regarded in such high esteem, because I don't want to set my expectations too high, but I am really excited because for it to have this sort of longevity and for people still to be mentioning a movie like that, I'm very hopeful.
I think it'll be good too because we did Before Sunrise, and then the past couple weeks we've done newer movies. So it'll be fun to go back to an old one again.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, shall we get into Eternity?
Yes.
Okay, starting with our ratings of the movie overall.
Sure. Yeah, let's start off strong with our ratings. It makes me
Wait, let
nervous.
me guess your rating.
Okay.
I think you gave it a 3.5.
No.
Okay, what'd you give
Should
it?
I tell you, or should I guess yours first?
Guess mine first.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm gonna guess you. Well, I don't know. A 4?
Yeah, I did give
Okay.
it a 4.
Okay. I was nervous. I liked it, but I don't know.
What did you give it?
I gave it a 4 too.
Oh, okay. Why were you nervous?
I don't know. Sometimes you're hard to read. I can't tell if you're gonna like something or not.
No, I liked it. Did you cry?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna start with. When you were like, should we start with the ratings? I was gonna say I just have one question. Did you cry? I did cry. Did you cry?
I got a little bit teary-eyed, but not a single tear actually fell.
I wasn't.
But I was close.
I wasn't crying. This one was just kind of oh, I'm in my feels, a single tear, with 2 tears. But I did cry. What part made you tear up? Was it several parts or just one?
Yeah, there was several parts.
I guess we should start with actually the synopsis.
Oh yeah, the synopsis. Okay, we were getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. Sorry, I was Googling all their ages because I forgot to do that ahead of time. But I always have to know how old. If people are going to be kissing in a movie, I need to know how old they are. Do you want to know?
I did look up how old Miles Teller was because he had said that he was 30, that his character was 35. And I wanted to know how close in age he was. So I think he's 38, right?
Yeah, he's 38. Elizabeth Olsen is 36 and Callum Turner is 35.
Okay, so they're all about the same. But she's supposed to be playing a 26-year-old? She's supposed to be before.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. She was. But that's
she looks older than us, right?
I mean,
I have such a hard time gauging people's ages from 26 to 36 even,
yeah.
I guess that fits. What's his name? Callum?
I think she looks older than us.
Okay, good. I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah. Callum Turner's only 35, so he's the youngest of the 3.
Have you seen anything with him in it before?
I had to look him up. I have seen Emma. I guess he was in the newest adaptation of Emma.
With Anna Taylor-Joy?
Yeah, but I literally had no memory of him being in that. And then he was also in... This is the only other thing I've apparently seen him in. And again, I literally have no memory. I guess he's in the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Oh.
Terrible movies, by the way.
I think I only saw one of them, but I don't remember him being in them.
It says he's in 1 and 3. I'm not seeing 2 on here, but...
I have an embarrassing confession about him, actually.
Okay, tell me.
I was getting him mixed up with... Let me see what this guy's name is.
Was it a guy from Challengers?
Yes! Were you too? I was like...
Yeah, for some reason in my head going into the movie, I was like, oh yeah, it has the guy from Challengers. And then I walked in and I was like, no, that guy's definitely not in Challengers.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought, oh, it's got that rat guy from Challengers.
The rat guy?
Yeah, everyone was calling him like rat guy
Oh, he looked like the guy from Flushed Away. The rat from Flushed Away.
Yeah, and it was a trend to be into ratty looking guys last summer or whatever. I think because of this movie. And I remember
Josh O'Connor is his name.
Yeah. So I'm watching this movie and I'm like, he doesn't look like a rat. I'm confused. And then it wasn't until, like, I went home and Josh O'Connor has been in a commercial for a different movie. I don't know. Like, I saw him in, it's Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie.
Oh, that's another one I need to go see.
I do need to watch that too. So, like, I kept seeing him in commercials, and then I was like, that is not the same guy. And for some reason,
funny.
like they don't look the same. But
I
for
know.
some reason, I don't know.
I want the record to show I figured it out sooner than Sydney did.
I just never thought about it until I was watching him on screen, and I was like, this guy is way too cute to be Rat Guy Summer. No offense, Josh O'Connor.
Rat Guy Summer.
Do you... okay.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna... Like, they made so many references throughout the movie of, like, him being, like, the perfect cute one and Miles Teller being, like, the one. So I was gonna ask, like, if you thought he was really cute.
No, I didn't think either of them were that cute.
I didn't think that they look like your type. I'm starting to learn your type a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I could tell that neither one of them would be your type. Sorry, we keep getting distracted about the synopsis, but okay, finish your thought.
Yeah, we promise we're going to give you guys a synopsis, okay? But let's just finish this tangent. Here's the thing, and this is kind of a different take on our grocery store conversation from the Before Sunrise episode. If you remember 2 episodes ago, Cindy said, like, if she saw Ethan Hawke at the grocery store, she wouldn't really bat an eye. But if she saw Henry Cavill, what's his last name?
Cavill, apparently.
Cavill. If she saw Henry Cavill at the grocery store, she'd be like, whoa. Now, my spin on this is...
You'd be like, bleh!
No, my spin on to Henry Cavill? What? I already forgot what you said his last name is. No. Although he's not really my type.
I knew he wasn't your type. I actually was, as I went back and listened to the clip, I thought, does Issa even agree with me on this? Because I feel like Ethan Hawke is more your type.
Yes, but you're making me take. Okay, now I have so many different directions I want to go here.
Let's just go all the way.
Your type. This is a side tangent from my side tangent. Your type is like kind of like the typical. Like, if you asked a man what women think is attractive, they would say Henry Cavill, the Thor Hemsworth. What's his name again?
Chris.
Basically, all the people you have a crush on. Your type is like, what is it? Like the male gaze? I don't know.
Okay. But, like, yes and no.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
They are just like, they're not necessarily my type. Like, who I would approach. Okay, this is like a tangent to my tangent to your tangent. But this is what the girls listen to this for, okay?
Yeah.
So, there's, like, celebrity crushes like Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, that are, like, otherworldly men. Like, if you talk about, like, the guys that are, like, Greek god-esque, like, who's going to be cast to play Hercules or whatever, Like, they fall into that category where, like, yes, they're just, like, undeniably, like, attractive men.
Conventionally attractive.
Yes. But I don't ever really form an emotional connection with them versus my celebrity crushes like Mark Ruffalo, Adam Driver. Yeah, like because they're attractive to me, but also they're the level of attractive that, like, I wouldn't be scared to talk to them in a grocery store, and, like, maybe if they were normal, I could have a chance with them versus, like, Thor. I'm never going to speak to Chris Hemsworth in my life. If I was in the same room with him, I would never think, like, oh, I'm going to go, like, start up a conversation with him, They're just, like, an untouchable category. Like, I don't form crushes on them. They're just, like, oh, yeah, they're extremely attractive guys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so you're... They're not your type, or they are?
Like, I would say they're very, very handsome. Like, they are good looking. I can't say that Adam Driver is more attractive than Chris Hemsworth.
But you have more of a crush on Adam Driver.
But yeah.
Okay,
So,
well then maybe we're more on the same page than I thought.
okay, so what was your thoughts on it?
Well, this back to my original tangent, if I may. Now, as I was watching Eternity, I was not thinking, oh, Callum Turner and Miles Teller look really hot. But if I saw them in a grocery store, listen, I just moved to Boise, Idaho. I would say they're above average for Boise, Idaho. If I saw them at the grocery store, I think I would. I'd be like, oh, wow.
No,
Look at
that's
that
true.
guy.
And I guess the difference between them and like Ethan Hawke is like Ethan Hawke doesn't have he kind of blends in a little bit more. Like he is cute.
Mhm.
He's like a good-looking guy, but he blends into the average looking person a little bit more, where like Miles Teller and Callum Turner, they have a little bit more distinguishable features they might just stand out a little bit more in the mix of.
They have more unique features.
Yeah. And like Miles Teller's one of them. I was texting Issa about this. And I was like, do you think that Miles Teller has like had some work done? Like I can't tell if he's just gotten more attractive with age or if he's had some sort of work done. And Issa responded saying that she didn't really think he was that attractive, but Miles Teller like
in Eternity specifically.
Yeah. Miles Teller like yeah, okay. Eternity, he's got some sideburns and a older hairstyle and he's cleanly shaven, and I don't think he's like super cute in Eternity. But like Top Gun, for example, Top Gun Maverick, like I do think Miles Teller is really attractive currently, not so much when he was like in Divergent. Apparently he's divisive and he's changed a lot throughout his life. So it's like, what era can you say he's attractive if you only find him attractive in like this much of his lifespan? We'll see. He's one we'll keep an eye on for the next decade. So, what's the synopsis of this movie?
Okay. So, Joan, played by Elizabeth Olsen, and Larry, played by Miles Teller. Well, actually, they have old people actors playing them at first. They're an elderly couple, Joan and Larry. They're an elderly couple, and Joan has cancer, and then Larry chokes on pretzels and dies right before Joan does. So Larry arrives in the afterlife, and he is told that he needs to choose an eternity to go to. But he wants to be with Joan, so he's trying to figure out if Joan is going to show up right behind him anytime soon, or if he should just pick an eternity and hope that she finds him and picks the same eternity as her. And luckily, right before he can make a final decision and enter his eternity, Joan does die from her cancer, and then they're both in the afterlife together, and Larry is expecting them to both just pick the same eternity and live together forever in their eternity. Do you want to explain what the eternities are?
Yeah, so the eternities are basically like these different worlds. You can only choose one, and once you choose one, there's no going back. And so they have worlds like, I think one was like smoker world, because like cigarettes can't kill you twice. Or they've got beach world, where you just chill on the beach, and mountain world, and all these different sort of eternities, and you choose just whichever one like connects with you the most that you'd want to spend your eternity in. But if she goes to the mountain one and he goes to the beach one, there's no going back, and they won't see each other. And so it's very permanent. They've got these like red doors, and if you try to leave your eternity, you're put into the void, which is just like black nothingness. So it's very strict that you only get one choice.
So Joan shows up just in time, right before Larry's about to go to beach world. Which we can revisit that later
Yeah.
because I want to talk about that. And he's like, okay, Joan, like, let's go to our eternity. But turns out Joan's first husband, Callum Turner, whose name is Luke, he has been waiting for her for 67 years. They were only married for a short time, and then he had to go off to the Korean War, and he died in the Korean War. So he's been working in the afterlife as a bartender.
Yeah, like,
At
you
the,
can
like,
get
transition.
Yeah, you can
Go
get a
ahead.
job and stay in this transition area, but, like, it's not common, but, yeah, he purposely was staying and waiting for her.
Yeah, so he expects Joan to go with him. So then, at that point, Joan must choose if she wants to spend out her eternity with her first husband, Luke, or... And do you know how long they were married? It was only like 2 years or something.
Yeah, so 65 years.
No, Luke and
Oh.
Joan. How long were they married before he died?
I don't think it was very clear, but I think it was, like, very short. Like, I was thinking maybe 2 years max, 1 year even.
Yeah, so they weren't married for very long, but it was like young love, first
Grand
love.
sweeping.
Yeah, and they didn't... I mean, they only have really good memories together because they weren't even together long enough to start
It's like all
fighting or like go through the
yeah.
hard parts of life together. So she has really fond, happy memories of him, and then she grieved him, and, you know, even though she loved Larry and lived out this life with him, she still thought about Luke and missed him and thought about him every day. But then Larry, she was married to for 65 years. They had kids together, and yeah, they lived real life together.
Yeah.
So she has to decide which one she wants to spend eternity with.
And it shows them, like, even in the very first scene together in the movie, Joan and Larry, like, they're bickering, they're an old married couple. Like, it's clear that their relationship, like, wasn't perfect. It wasn't the honeymoon, young love. They did argue. They kept bickering about, you know, where to take their vacation, and even when he, like, died from eating the pretzel, the first thing she says to him, like, in the afterlife is like, "I told you stop eating those pretzels," but, you know, like, they're bickering always. And so I don't know, like, did you think from the beginning, like, did you feel like there was a clear choice?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I literally never for a second thought she was going to pick Luke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What did you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess they try to do certain things to, like, make it feel like, oh, maybe she would. I just kept feeling like anytime that they would try to sell Luke to us, because they say repeatedly that he's perfect, he's perfect, he's perfect. And I'm like, well, no, duh. They didn't have to, like, go through anything together. And I just kept thinking, like, if she did choose him, that would be so unfair because, of course,
Yeah.
like, she didn't have a perfect relationship with her husband that she spent 65 years with, like, raising kids with and doing all the hard things in life. Like, I'm like, that's not fair. Like, he didn't get, you know, it's just different. But I don't know. I think for a second I did think, well, would she choose him because of the arguments they make in the movie, which is that, like, she never got to live a life with him.
I guess I was thinking of it way more just from a narrative standpoint. Like, Larry was like the main character the whole time, I felt like.
Yeah.
I know they tried to make us think that she might pick Luke, but Larry felt way more like a main character the whole time. Luke didn't have much of a personality, and he had no chemistry with Elizabeth Olsen, I didn't think.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. I think that's why nobody likes the love triangle trope, because the story, you always have to be rooting for one of them. Like, the story has to make one of the characters someone to root for and someone to kind of root against. So I felt like it was clear the whole time who she was going to pick.
Well, like, some people were saying that she didn't have any chemistry with Luke because she was a changed person. Like, she didn't, like,
Mm-hmm.
physically, she reverted back to the person that she was with him. But, like, spiritually, or like, they talk about, like, what is a soul? And, like, the soul is just, like, you. And, like, she is who her life has made her be, and he's still the
Mm-hmm.
person he was. And so
Yeah, right.
they didn't really have chemistry because, like, they honestly didn't really know each other. She was a completely
Right.
changed person, changed by, one, the grief, but then also, like, all these lived experiences, and he remained who he was at the moment that he died. And, yeah, like, I mean, what do they have in common at that point? Which, again, like, to your point, makes it
Yeah.
harder to sell that she was ever gonna choose him.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even at the end when she finally comes to terms with the fact that she wants to be with Larry and realizes that, she says to Luke, she's like, am I even living up to the memory
Mhm.
that you have of me? Because I'm not the same person that I was when we were together in life.
Yeah.
Just going along with what you said about her being a changed person.
Yeah. From a realistic standpoint, I just kept thinking she needs way more than a couple hours in separate eternities with these guys to make this decision.
Yeah.
Like, she needs to get to know him again and, like, live some time with him to, like, see how it is. But um it just feels so permanent because they're like, there's one choice, there's no going back. This is your eternity, all of these things. And I'm like, she doesn't know this guy anymore. She needs to date him.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I know she literally, like, when they said that she was gonna get to try out each eternities with each husband, I thought she was gonna have more time, but it really was
Yeah.
just like they took her on a date.
Seriously. It felt like so short.
Mhm.
And and it's hard because, like, I did rate this movie 4 stars. Like, I did really like it, but it's hard because it was, again, like with the love triangle thing, it's hard to build a connection with two people in one movie. It's like I didn't get to see the relationship with either one of them. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Sh
thought we got a pretty good sense for her relationship with Larry.
I mean, it definitely shows it more. You see with Larry, like, they're very relaxed
Yeah.
together and comfortable together. Like, we do see that, and I guess, like, in some of the flashbacks, it shows, but that's, like, at the very end of the movie where it shows, like, how they met. And it's like they
Mhm.
keep asking this, like, "Well, why did she fall in love with me?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, like, we need to know that too." And I just felt like we got that really late.
Okay, that's actually a good point. Yeah. I guess like I went into it thinking like, "Oh my gosh, like who's she going to pick? It's going to be such a tough choice." And then I started watching it and I was like, oh, "Okay, so like I think this is where it's going." But I still really liked the movie and rated it highly because not because it was like, "Oh my gosh, a fun love triangle, which one is she going to choose?" But because I liked the message behind it of
Yeah.
like they had lived this life together and like you choose to love the same person. Like she chose to marry him, she chose to love him every day despite anything that they were going through, despite one of them complaining or being cranky. Like that's what 65 years of marriage looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you didn't watch the movie, she tries out eternities with each of them, and basically neither one of them really goes as planned or super well. And basically she decides that she chooses neither one of them. And at first, when I thought that was the ending, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
I
I
know.
hate a romance movie that's I choose myself. um she gives this kind of like speech that's like, maybe the good parts of life is knowing that like something does end. I don't know how she worded it exactly, but like knowing that things have an end is what makes things so beautiful in the moment. Is that, would you say, like, what she was trying to say?
Something like that, yeah.
um Larry, her husband of 65 years, has this moment where he's talking about what age they come back in. So in the afterlife, you revert to the age that you were most happiest in. He kind of has like this epiphany moment, realizing that like the age that Joan reverted back to was before she had met Larry. So he realizes in that moment that she was happiest when she was with
When
her
she was
first
with
husband.
her first husband, yeah.
Yeah. He loves her and wants her to be happy, and he wants her to have this full life. And realizing that she was happiest with Luke was his kind of turning point in giving her up. So then she basically goes off into eternity with Luke. So at that point, did you still feel like something's coming?
Yeah, for sure. I was like, there's no way she's just gonna end up with Luke now. Like, Larry really felt like the main character. Joan didn't even really feel like the main character to me. So
That's a good, yeah.
I was like, Larry's gonna get his HEA. But I thought that maybe he was going to go to the mountain eternity.
I thought that too.
Luke and so Larry points out to Joan, your hair's long, that means you were happiest with Luke, you should go with Luke. So she's like, okay, good point. So she goes with Luke. And they choose this mountain eternity where they have a cabin in the woods and they're skiing and stuff. And Joan like very quickly realizes that she made the wrong choice. Because, like we were saying earlier, she has nothing in common with Luke. She's not the same person she was when she married Luke in life. So I thought that Larry was going to choose the mountain eternity as well, because just in case she like changed her mind, or maybe they could be together at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm also glad that like he didn't, because they also explain in little moments that Larry often not really like gave up things he wanted, but like there's one line where he says like, I just wanted you to be okay. Like, she seems so sad after losing her first husband that he just wanted to do like anything he needed to do to make her happy. And I think that like if he had chosen the mountains, like that was very much like what she thought that she wanted out of eternity, but it wasn't what he wanted. We know from the beginning of the movie when he's talking about the beaches. And so I kind of like that they just found that like middle ground together, because love is not necessarily, sacrificing everything for the other person. And like he deserved like his happiness too, and to be in an eternity that felt right for him. And so I kind of like that touch too, that they didn't end up in the mountains or the beach. Do you know where they end up?
I did think that was weird though, because they made this huge big deal about how once you pick an eternity, you can't leave, and if you leave, you'll get thrown into the void. So that's why I thought there was going to be some clever ending, like, oh, Larry's actually, he picked the same eternity as with them. But basically, Joan ends up escaping the mountain eternity. She tells Luke, sorry, I made the wrong choice. I'm going to go find Larry. And so she like escapes, and then she finds Larry, and they just go to a different eternity together. And I'm like, okay, so they didn't get thrown into the void.
Okay, but this is what there's things that I was reading.
Their eternity, by the way, you asked me if I knew where they ended up. I guess it was just suburbia. It's like their home.
According to Reddit, what they ended up in. So when she was talking to her afterlife coordinator, they're in just some like closed off room, and there's all these posters hanging up, and she's like, oh, what are these things? What are these places? And he's talking about discontinued eternities. And one that was like behind her when she was sitting there was called the simple life. And so they're saying that she ended up in the discontinued simple life eternity, so that like no one would go looking for them there.
Why would that one get discontinued? Because that one seems,
I think people just said like, yeah, like people were just maybe that's another like sub message of the movie, that people don't want the simple life anymore. But yeah, I just thought I do think it was nice though that they found that, and I think that's the message that I liked from the movie. And the part that I cried was when he was talking about he felt the happiest when he like felt they were a team. And that's like one phrase that I use a lot actually to describe Alan is like my teammate. This stage of our life right now, it's very much like coordinating, and we're busy and we're trying to balance all of these things. And like I always tell him, like, thanks for being such a great teammate, because it really feels like we have to be a team to like make all of these things work. And so that overall message from Larry, but like the movie overall, just really hit home for me, because technically speaking, no, it's not fun, but like
Mm-hmm.
this is what is like making our life. And like in the end, like our kids and our family and all these things we're doing like is what brings us joy overall. And so that message was just like special to hear.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts, how when she entered the afterlife, she reverted to the age of her happiest moment, which technically was with Luke, when like her emotions and her body was like technically the happiest, but like love and a relationship, it's not just about one happy moment. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was like crazy to me, because I didn't see that coming with him being like, oh, because they explained it like, oh, when you enter the afterlife, you revert to your happiest moment. So I felt so dumb that I didn't pick up on like, oh, so like what time did she revert to?
Yeah.
Was it with Luke or was it with Larry?
Okay, I actually did have one thing though. I don't know why I was hyperfixating on this, but
Oh.
I could not move past Elizabeth Olsen's breathing.
No, I had the same thought.
Like, honestly, I might have rated it higher if I wasn't hearing her breathe and sigh and
No, she was like
the
literally
whole
like,
movie.
yeah, she was out of breath, gasping, panting, literally the whole time.
And people were saying that, like, they were blown away. Like, oh, I loved all the performances, Elizabeth Olsen's especially. I think I liked her the least out of every character they showed.
No, I agree. That's so funny because that was really bugging me too.
I could not move past it. Every time she would breathe on that screen, I'd, like, kind of cringe.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't alone then, because I was like, maybe I'm just being overly critical. Yeah, so what do you think of this, like, eternity concept overall? Like, if it were you and you were there, just generally, do you think, like, oh, this sounds nice, or do you think that sounds awful?
Um, I liked it. I liked that everybody just got to choose where they wanted to go, and they got to choose who they wanted to be with, really. But it was weird. It was like a low budget afterlife. like
Very
like
retro.
yeah, the transition site was like this retro 70s-ish hotel, and then when they picked their eternities, like the mountain eternity seemed really nice, but then there were these tunnels you could go into to see your past memories. And I thought the memories would be more immersive.
Yeah. You're
But
like,
they
I
were
want
like
to.
low budget reenactments of your memories. I was
That's
like, what's up
true.
with that?
It was like a
Um,
backdrop with like two actors playing pretend.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, like I liked that. I mean, I definitely. What eternity would you pick? No, it doesn't have to be one from the movie. Like, if you could picture your perfect eternity, what would it be?
um Lazy eternity? No. I just want a place where I can like relax and watch movies. Clearly we like movies. I want to watch movies and read books. Like maybe like um a cozy book nook / movie room eternity.
Yeah.
Where
That's what I
just
was thinking. So we could be
really.
together.
I don't think it's what Alan would choose. So we'd
Oh,
have to be
really?
together instead. Would he want
That's
to
funny
be
because
in
I
a
think Ryan would choose the same one.
Well,
What
Ryan
would Alan
reads.
choose?
Alan would choose like Gym Eternity.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to Gym Eternity with him. Sorry. No.
Gym Eternity. I think there was a workout eternity in the movie.
Yeah. Well, okay. But I think we can merge it. And this is what I guess, it's just a movie, and obviously they're not going to show every single possibility ever.
Yeah.
But why are they so
Specific.
narrowed down? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
guess that's true. Like, I liked the idea of getting to pick where you got to go, but most of the actual eternities that they had as options
None of them
didn't
seem that
seem super
appealing.
appealing. But in my own brain, I could come up with lots of eternities that I'd probably be happy in.
If, say, your sister went to Gym Eternity, I know she wouldn't, but say she did. Like, how would you choose of like, well, I want to be with my
Yeah.
sister, but I don't want to be in Gym Eternity.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's what I guess you have to trust your friends and family to pick a good
Don't be
eternity.
selfish.
Yeah. Yeah, pick one that everyone would like to go to. Which again, the Simple Life one sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
So why I'm surprised it got discontinued.
I know. Technically, will their kids be able to find them in discontinued Simple Life? Maybe not.
Oh yeah,
but
true.
like,
That's
we'll
a good
see.
point. They're fugitives.
Yeah.
Okay, so we both rated the movie 4, right?
Yes.
Chemistry. What would you rate the chemistry between Luke and Joan? We'll start with them.
Well, I put 2, but honestly, like in our conversation, like that might have been too generous.
Yeah, I gave them a 1.
She seemed weird.
Yeah, she felt, it seemed like she felt awkward with him.
Yeah, like it was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
like he was just like this hot guy she had a crush on, and like not actually with somebody she was married to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like they were literally married, but it didn't feel like they
Yeah.
had that deep of a relationship, which is fair. They were just reunited unexpectedly after 67 years.
Yeah.
Okay, what about her chemistry with Larry?
Well, okay, what did you put? You start.
I gave them a 3.5.
Oh, same.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Why did you give him that?
Well, I mean, they had good husband-wife chemistry, but as far as like romance movies go, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Miles Teller and Emily Olsen should be in every movie ever together.
Elizabeth Olsen.
What did I call her?
Emily.
Emily Olsen?
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. Elizabeth Olsen.
Actually. There's a
What?
I think my brain is just like boom, 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 boom.
We've got to wrap this up.
The girl from Clifford is named Emma. Is there a name? Emily Elizabeth.
Okay, that is pretty funny.
I don't know why. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Like, and it's kind of the point to the movie, I guess, is that like it's not like this like fizzle, sparky chemistry that is like long lasting, but like
Yeah, that's
steady.
true.
Yeah. So 3.5, but like it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Okay. Kiss. I don't even remember the kisses. So I guess they weren't that good.
I give them all a 1.
Yeah.
She even got a sex
She.
scene, and
I
it was a
know.
1.
Yeah, well, she wasn't really into it, it didn't seem like.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, that's kind of funny. Yeah, so when she's in the eternity with Luke, it shows them, trying to live their life together in the mountain eternity. And so it shows them doing all these things, and then it briefly like shows them having sex, and then it's immediately after that she's like sitting on her bed having this moment where you're supposed to tell that she made the wrong choice. So I guess
It wasn't that good.
the sex must have been horrible. She's like, that's the final straw. I made
She's
the
like,
wrong choice.
that did not sell me on this.
Yeah.
No, that's
She's
so
like,
true.
I can't do that for eternity.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
So
That's
kisses, whatever. But
Right.
overall, it's funny that we gave the kisses and the chemistry kind of low ratings, but we did really like the movie.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
I was actually thinking about this when I was listening to People We Meet on Vacation today. It was like kind of clicking why I liked Emily Henry's books so much. Emily Henry's books have romance, obviously, but they've got this like stronger message throughout that is just like a human experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like this, I felt like kind of was like that. Like it is telling a love story, obviously, but it's also telling a story about humans and the life
Mm-hmm.
that we live. And I personally really like that. If you're not a fan of that, though, and you just want like a chemistry, sexy, zingy romance, like this isn't going to do that for you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we've come up with some eternity options for each other. Okay. Are you ready for your first one, Sydney?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so I was trying to think of things specific to Sydney, okay?
I'm nervous.
I don't know much about Grey's Anatomy, but here's your first option.
Okay.
Would you rather spend eternity with McDreamy or McSteamy?
That is a good question. McDreamy. Do you know which one's which?
No, can you please tell me?
Okay, McDreamy is
Which one is the guy from Enchanted?
that's McDreamy.
Okay.
Patrick Dempsey.
Okay.
McDreamy is like he's just the dreamy nice guy, and McSteamy is just like he's the hot man's man guy.
Okay.
So steamy and dreamy.
Okay, so was that not really very tough then?
Well, it is tough. It is tough because like Mark at first he's just kind of like a himbo, but he does get his own storyline, and he really grows on you. And
Okay.
yeah, so it was a good one. But
they're more fun if they're a little
dreamy.
bit hard
Yeah.
to choose. Okay.
Okay.
Hit me.
Okay. Honestly, like I don't know if this one's gonna be hard for you or not.
Okay.
You put Titanic in your top 3 romance movies, so and I do know that you do like young Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like you think he's cute? Okay. I have no idea how you feel about these things. Jack from Titanic or Edward from Twilight? Who would you choose to spend eternity with?
That is such a random pairing. I would choose Edward.
Okay. Do you like Jack at all, or do you just like I wasn't sure if you liked Titanic for just like the story that it told, or if you like him.
No, I like Titanic more for the story.
Okay. Edward or
I would pick Edward.
Edward or PETA? PETA?
Edward.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't realize how strong of an Edward gal you were.
Well, I feel more strongly about Katniss than I do PETA.
Okay,
Okay,
next
are you
one.
ready for your next one?
Mm-hmm.
Voldemort or Darth Vader?
Oh my gosh. Well, Darth Vader, at least he used to be hot. That's all I have.
I couldn't think. I was having a hard time thinking of a comparable villain to Voldemort.
Maybe like Thanos.
I almost said Thanos. Okay, Voldemort or Thanos? I'd probably pick Thanos.
I would choose Thanos. The problem...
Ew, Voldemort is just a creep.
He is a good villain. He has...
Voldemort?
Yeah, like, he has 0 redeeming qualities.
Yeah. No, he's bad. And he's ugly.
Okay, I have a hard one for you now.
Okay.
Taylor or Ace from Love Island?
Damn, I wish I would have thought of that. Taylor, I guess. I have I'm crazy beef with Ace.
You're like, either would be hell, but...
Yeah. I pick Clark.
Iconic. I know you hate Ace so much that it was hard to, like, find somebody to pair him with.
I might pick Voldemort over Ace.
I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you.
Okay. Now, so these are 2 eternity options, not people to spend them with, just places.
Okay.
Places to spend your eternity in. Would you rather spend your eternity in the Grey's Anatomy world or the SV? Actually, now that I'm saying these out loud, this seems like an easy choice. Grey's Anatomy or SVU?
Because SVU is full of sexual violence.
Yeah,
and Grey's Anatomy's hot doctors.
Actually, that's the dumbest thing I've ever come up with. I didn't think about it until I said it out loud. These aren't shows I actually watch. They're shows Sydney watches.
Okay, but like same, I guess, with my Jack versus Edward.
Yeah, okay, sorry. That's an easy one.
Okay.
In my mind, bad things happen in Grey's Anatomy all the time. Like, isn't there always some disaster going on? I think that's what I was thinking of.
Far more doctors in Grey's Anatomy have died than the cops in SVU. So I guess, like, if I was going to live in one of those worlds as, like, one of the main characters, like a doctor in Grey's Anatomy or a cop in SVU, I would choose SVU.
Yeah, you have a better chance of surviving.
Yeah, literally. So that's a better one than you thought.
Okay, good.
Okay, would you choose an eternity that is Love Island or Real Housewives?
Sydney, I'm so glad you came up with this one on your own because I was thinking this in the car, but I didn't want to
tell me.
Like, it made more sense. Yeah, it made more sense to ask me than to ask you.
Yeah.
So, sorry, repeat it. I could stay in the Love Island villa for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Or in a Real Housewives drama for eternity.
Mm-hmm. With, like, I guess Love Island with, like, the most recent cast.
Oh, okay. Definitely Real Housewives. Can you imagine being stuck in the Love Island villa for eternity?
Yeah.
That would be miserable.
I don't know a whole lot about Real Housewives, but I don't know. I thought they were really crazy too.
They are crazy, but at least I would be confined. At least I would have a whole city.
Okay.
Like if we're saying Real Housewives of Salt Lake City or let's say I could go about the whole entire city. The Love Island villa is small.
That's a really good point.
And you have to share a bedroom with people.
That's a really good point. Okay, well, that's all I have.
Okay. Your last one. I'm not giving you two options here.
Okay.
I guess you have multiple options. You have to pick a land in Disneyland. So you can't...
Okay.
Your eternity is not Disneyland. It's like Frontierland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland. Which one are you picking?
One.
And you're confined just to that area of Disneyland for all of eternity.
So not like... Okay, I can't choose a park. Like Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, Epcot. I have to choose a land within one of those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's really... Oh, I would choose Pandora and Animal Kingdom. That is based off the movie Avatar. And even though I've never seen Avatar, it is like gorgeous and it's super cool and it's super pretty at night. And Flight of Passage is one of my favorite rides. and it's just like a cool place. But I guess that's the only ride in there. Ugh, maybe that's the wrong choice, but I'm gonna stick with it for now.
Do they have good
Disney
food
World.
options there?
They're kind of unique. But yes, they've got like a
What, because it's like alien Pandora food?
yeah, but it is good. It's just kind of different. That was
Actually,
maybe the wrong choice, but
I've never been to Disney World. I've only been to Disneyland.
oh, we should go.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Next girls trip.
Okay. Do you have any more for me? That was my last one for you.
No, that was my last one.
Okay. Well, this episode is coming out on a Friday, and you guys get another episode from us in 2 or 3 days on Monday.
I'm so excited.
I know, I'm excited too. I know, it'll be fun. And then don't forget, next week we will be discussing When Harry Met Sally. And are there any other announcements we need to go through?
Nope. Watch along with us or don't. Either way, you can listen. And if you don't have time to listen, you can still like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.